Have you ever tried to buy a work van and just felt totally overwhelmed? Yeah, it's not like picking out a family car where you're just deciding between a sunroof and a different color. A work vehicle, that's a tool. It's got to be a partner in your business, something that actually makes you money. So today, we're going to cut right through all that confusion and show you a much smarter way to think about building your perfect work vehicle. And spoiler alert, it has almost nothing to do with what you think of as trim levels. And check this out. This is the perfect example of what I'm talking about. We've got a user on Reddit trying to figure out the differences between model years, and they're just hitting a brick wall. It's confusing, right? This is exactly the kind of frustration we're going to clear up today. So the first big mindset shift you have to make is this. Stop thinking of a work van as just one single thing. It's not. It's really a flexible, super adaptable platform that can be molded to do, well, literally countless different jobs. For one business, say a catering company, this van is basically a mobile pantry on wheels. The most important things are squeezing every last cubic foot of space out of it, keeping everything secure, and making sure it's easy to get in and out of on some tight city street. The vehicle is totally defined by the space inside. But then, for someone else, like a forestry service, it's a rugged, go-anywhere field office. Now, the priorities completely change. We're talking about durability, maybe some off-road capability, and being able to integrate really specific equipment like winches or comms gear. See? It's the same basic platform, but it's a totally different tool. So let's forget about touchscreens and heated seats for just a minute. The single most critical decision you're going to make, the one that everything else is built on, is the physical body of the vehicle. This is the absolute foundation of your tool. Okay, what's so cool about this is how it lays out the fundamental trade-offs you have to make. Just look at the high roof model. You get a massive 404 cubic feet of cargo space. I mean, that is huge. But that extra size and weight means your max payload and your estimated range are just a little bit lower than the low roof version. So you see, you have to decide what matters most. Do you need more space to stand up and work inside, or do you need to carry more weight and go a little farther? And this is exactly why choosing the body, the lengths, the roof height, is always step one. You're literally defining the physical box that your business is going to operate out of, and that one choice is going to dictate everything else that comes after. All right, so now we can finally get to that big question from Reddit. What is the deal with trim levels? Because in the commercial world, it is a completely different ballgame than what you're probably used to with your personal car. You know how it works. When we shop for a car, like a Ford Escape, we see these neat, clearly defined trim levels. The ST line gives you a sporty look. Platinum gives you all the fancy luxury features. They're just preset packages of equipment and style. But with a workhorse like an E-Transit, the whole model is flipped on its head. See, the manufacturer knows that every single business is different. So what they do is give you an incredibly strong base of standard equipment. I mean, that huge 12-inch screen, all that advanced safety tech, it's all just included from the start. And then you become the designer. You add only the factory options that you actually need, a la carte style. Need a high roof? Add it. Doors on both sides? Add them. This way, you're not paying for a whole bundle of features you're never going to use. You're building the exact tool for your job. This image really says it all, doesn't it? You start with this, a super capable, tech-forward blank canvas. It's not a finished product. It's the starting point for whatever your business needs it to become. And that blank canvas can be totally transformed into a highly specialized tool like this. Through specific packages, factory options, and all the aftermarket upfits, that base vehicle becomes completely mission-ready. It's not about luxury trims, it's all about job-specific capability. But here's the thing. In today's world, building the right tool isn't just about the physical vehicle anymore. Nope, there's this whole other massive layer we need to talk about, the digital support ecosystem that surrounds it. And that is Ford Pro. It's not just a brand name for trucks and vans. Think of it as a comprehensive system that combines the vehicles with the software to manage them, the charging solutions to power them, and all the financing and service to keep them running. And this is where it gets really smart. The hardware in the cab, like this big touchscreen, is directly plugged into powerful software on the back end. This lets you deeply integrate custom equipment. You can literally program logic sequences from your laptop, like, say, preventing the truck from moving if a crane isn't properly stowed. It's incredible. So what this whole ecosystem is really designed to do is just solve all the headaches that come with running a fleet of vehicles. You get telematics, so you can see how your vehicles are doing in real time. You get charging solutions that are tailored for your EVs. You get simplified financing that bundles the whole shebang together. And maybe the best part, You get mobile service that comes to you, which keeps your vehicles on the road, making you money instead of sitting in a shop. So let's bring all these layers together now. We've talked about the physical body, we've talked about the mission-specific options, and we've talked about this digital ecosystem. So how does all that create the perfect solution? Well, the key takeaway is this. The goal is no longer about finding just one single perfect vehicle. It's about building a diverse, intelligent, and totally supported fleet, where each vehicle is a purpose-built tool and they're all working together inside a single management system. So that leaves us with one final and I think really crucial question. In this new, super connected world, is the perfect fleet something you just own? Or is it something you have to intelligently manage day in and day out? That little shift in thinking, well, that's everything. And it's really the future of how we get work done.